figure out how to break it, and then you attempt to break it. Sounds right? But how do you break something without strength? Is it at all possible to break something if you do not possess the levels of strength that is required to break that which you are attempting to break? It becomes impossible. If you give a child this pole and you say to him, broke it, he probably look at you in awe and wonder, what is this person telling me to do? It sounds simple, but it's the very same problem that we face as Christians, where our chains are too big for us. And it becomes difficult because one look at the situation that you're in and you are already so disappointed that you've made up in your mind that I'm not even going to fight against this anymore because I can't manage to break this. I'm talking to a church here. It looks like I'm the only one struggling with it. I'm the only struggling. I'm the only one who's ever struggled here. So let me preach for myself. There are times when I have situations that when I take a step back and I look at it and say, God, we can't manage this. So in my mind, I've already given up. And it's only the grace of God that keeps me to the point where I want to talk to some people in here. I want to talk to a worshiping church in here. So sometimes you get disappointed because you see your chain as being impossible to break. I have a few people here with me now. It looks so difficult that you change your mind before you even attempt. Can I talk like I feel it? Can I preach like I feel it? It looks so hard that you change your mind. And most times when obstacles face us, we forget God. Church don't like to admit it, but it's true. Sometimes we run to our best friend. You know what? Whenever you're broke, let me use some simple situations. When money run out, before you pray, you go to somebody you think can lend you $5,000. I'm a realist. I'm not talking like it is. Sometimes when the money run down before you pray, you call, you pick up your phone and you say, listen, man, I look $5,000 for bar because we're broke. So before you attempt things the correct way, and we will get to that, where there's a right way and a wrong way to attempt to break whatever it is that you're going through, but I want you to take your time and come with me. So you feel like it is hopeless because it seems like something is impossible before you. And I think about the children of Israel, and I thought about when they got to the Red Sea. And they looked at that as an obstacle. And when some people looked and saw the big sea in front of them, they thought, this is not possible. So what you have is that people started to rebel and complain. And who can't swim starts said, boy, better me did go back. And that is what happens to us in the church. Come with me. We get to that place where God has brought us from grassroots to up to flowers, and then we get up to a branch, and then we get to the stage of a tree, and then we look and we see something big and we say, I wish I was grass again. Am I talking to some people in here? So we look back and we say, oh God, I wish we never reach here. So, and we don't see that God has taken us from one stage to the next. I'm getting somewhere with this. And all along there is only one obstacle in your way. But I won't tell you what that thing is yet. Let me get the message on the way. So you have to understand how to deal with the problem. People say, okay, have faith. You know, I want to give you a testimony. Last week was kind of rough.